since I'm a little vertically challenged, maybe I should step on this stool here. Anyway, whenever I come across the passage that you just heard, that I just proclaimed, but perhaps must have missed, it said, "The greatest among you must be your servant." Whenever I hear that, I think of a beloved priest I know who once told me a story about the time that he was invited back to the parish where he was once a pastor to help celebrate the parish's 100th anniversary. So the church was packed with current and former parishioners. One by one, folks came up to him. "Hi, Father, remember us? You married us and you baptized our children. Oh, Father, do you remember that powerful sermon you preached on forgiveness? It really made a difference in my life, so thank you. Father, when my family and I moved to this neighborhood, you and the parish did so much to make this place our home." Well, so Father began to do his own reminiscing. He goes to people, "Hi, do you remember that amazing spiritual mission that we did during Lent? Remember those different potluck theme nights? Weren't they fun? Oh, and what about that welcome back campaign that got everyone in the parish involved?" But his reminiscences were met with blank looks. Those wonderful and successful programs had been a source of great pride for him, but they were not part of the collective memory of the congregation, of the parish. Father said to me, "Larry, do you want to know what they remembered? Do you realize what moments in their lives that involved me as a priest, that were ingrained in their minds and hearts? They remembered the time I rushed to the hospital to anoint their dying mother. They remembered when they were going through a rough time and I gave them a copy of the Serenity Prayer, which they still have in their possession. They remembered when I baptized their sick baby. They remembered coming to me for confession and feeling the burden off their shoulders." And then Father continued to say to me, he says, "Larry, what made a difference in the lives of the people I served was not my brilliant program ideas. It was not the strategic plans or my efforts to impress them with my leadership and management skills. What they remembered were the moments when I went out of my way and God touched them." My friends, when Christ calls us to be the servant to others, it means that we must let God work through our own efforts to love, to forgive, to secure justice, to support, and of course, to console. Seeking greatness means never to be discouraged by the apparent smallness or insignificance of what we are able to do for others. Our faith as disciples of Christ enables us to find joy, not in acclaim or success, but in being able to bring into the lives of others the love of God, one small act at a time. So beginning today, may we find meaning and fulfillment in imitating Christ's humble servanthood in our simplest acts of kindness and in unseen and unheralded compassion and forgiveness. Just as they say, big things come in little packages. Well, great things come from small beginnings.
Thank you for joining us for this celebration of the Mass. This virtual Mass is broadcast to hundreds of people every day of the week. Over 100 years ago, the very first celebrations of the Mass took place on the second floor of the Glenview Public House. It's been inconceivable that 100 years later, we would be reaching so many people all over the world through this technology. If you'd like to support the ongoing broadcasts of OLPH's Masses, please go to our website, go to Give Central, and you'll be able to support the ongoing outreach of this virtual ministry. Thank you for your support. Most of all, thank you for joining us in prayer. God bless you.